Hello everyone, you're welcome to the channel. This is Huglo Fashion and thank you so much for stopping by. In our tutorial class today, I'll be sharing the making of hip and butt padding. And you can see how skinny I am. After wearing it, you can see the shape coming out. So please stay tuned and enjoy the tutorial. It's well detailed and also beginner friendly. For this tutorial class, I used foam and also EST. And I've drafted the skirt pattern on the pattern paper. This is the front while this is the back. So, and I've taken all the necessary measurements on the pattern paper. This is the waistline, the hip line, the nail length, and also the skirt length. So after marking the waistline, I marked the total circumference, just the normal way we usually cut our skirts. So after all of that, after marking the total circumference of all, I proceed to the waistline and I marked 1 inch downward. So this is the 1 inch, that's where the hip pad is starting from. So I marked 1 inch here and back to the nail length, which is 18 inches. I marked 3 inches upward. From the nail length, I marked 3 inches upward. And at the middle here, I marked the nipple to nipple span, which is 7 inches divided by 2, that's 3.5. So the next thing is to connect all the dots together. You can see the way I connected them. Just mark everything, link them together, and just ensure you blend it where there's no sharp edge. Ensure it is curved edge, not sharp edge. Then you connect everything together this way. So now we are done with the front side. Next is to move to the back side, and for the back I left zipper allowance of 2 inches. And after marking the zipper allowance, I proceed to mark 1 inch at the waistline. I came down with 1 inch, just the way I did for the front. And also at the nail length, I marked 3 inches. But at the back here, instead of marking my nipple to nipple span, I only marked ½ inch from the zipper allowance. You can see at the hip point, I marked ½ inch in. Then I connected the lines. If you don't mark it this way, your butt will not show, it won't come out well. It will be only the hip that will pump out. So after marking out everything, I proceed to cut. Now this is it after cutting. This is the front. I labeled it up, down, and this is the back, up, down again. The reason is, if you don't label them well, you can just flip the up to the down, and it's not as if it won't come out well, but while stitching the two together, one will be longer than the other. I have also labeled it left, right as well, so I will know the parts that will be connected to each other. You can see up, down, left, right. So I already know the part that is meant for the left side and the part that is meant for the right side. So this is how to go about the joining. You can actually use your EST to gum the two together, but I prefer stitching them with my needle. And after that, this is what it looks like after stitching. The next step is to cut. You trim the edges of the foam this way. Be careful while cutting the foam so as not to create hole in between the foam. You cut it gently. Now this is the skirt on the table. Next is to gum the hairstay and the hip part to it. So to do that, you can see the part that you trimmed, that you shaped the edges, is the part that you will gum to the surface of the skirt. So first of all, you measure the 1 inch you left. You left 1 inch at the waistline. So the 1 inch that you marked, you measure it, then you pin it from the right side of the skirt. If you pin it from the wrong side and after gumming the hairstay, you may not really be able to remove the pin. And also ensure that the joint parts of the hip pad align well with the joint part of the skirt. You can see. Then you pin accordingly. So after pinning, the next is to iron the hairstay on the hip pad. Ensure you place the hairstay well, there's no ruffles in between. So this is it after ironing. You can see for the two sides. Now this is it at the right side. Next you will add another lining. This is just for the finishing, and this lining you first stitch it to the side of the zipper. You stitch it to the zipper side, so you pick it this way. You can see I'm stitching from the right side. I placed it on the right side and I proceed to stitch it at the zipper side. So after stitching at the zipper side, you flipped it to the wrong side, then you just stitch the edges together. That is the waistline of the lining and that of the main skirt. You stitch everything together. Next, you proceed to place your band on it, and after the band you can go ahead to stitch your zip. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial to the end. Please like and share the video, and also remember to subscribe if you haven't done that. See you in my next video. Bye and stay blessed.